Hello everyone, this is Joakim from Sabaton and you are watching Impact Channel. See you on the road.
Greetings everyone, we are here with Joakim from Sabaton. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, man.
You're celebrating the band's 15th anniversary this year. How do you feel about this when you're...
I'm feeling old. No, I mean, haven't really thought about it. I think it was just a couple of months back, me and Per were talking, like, damn, we've been playing together for over 15 years now. Damn, how did that happen? So, I think actually on the 13th of December was the first time we played under the name of Sabaton. So, damn, I haven't thought about this. Good you asked. Yeah, when we play in Madrid, that will be the 15th anniversary.
Alright. And you have this new lineup for a couple of years now. How are you doing together?
So far so good. Hoping it'll last for another couple of years at least. We had Hannes, the drummer, has been with us for a little over a year now. And Chris and Tobbe almost 3 years actually.
Are you in touch with the previous band members?
Yeah, depending on which ones actually, of course, but I spoke to the drummer not so long ago, Daniel. He's having kids now and they do have their own band, Civil War. They do a little bit of touring, but they was one of the reasons they didn't want to play in Sabaton anymore is that we were touring so heavily. So they do maybe 20 shows every year, but we do 150. So
that's a lot.
There's a bit of a difference there.
You're highly inspired by history and military subject. Where is the enthusiasm coming from?
I don't know. I think there are enough heroes in our history, so why should we make up new ones, you know, in a sense. And I've always been more fascinated by fact than fiction. At least, you know, Lord of the Rings, even though it's a good book and I read it, you know, and still love it, nothing beats facts.
That's true. And I guess you like to read about battles and warfare in general. Do you like Sven Hassel or...
Oh, Sven Hassel! Oh yeah, actually I haven't read much of him. I had read Döden på Larvfötter, I don't know what it's called in English. Death on Wheels or something maybe.
Wheels of Terror, I think.
Yeah, Wheels of Terror, yeah, could be those. And well, that's, as he said himself, his books are a little bit strange because they're 30% fiction, 30% truth that happened to him, and then 30% truth that happened to others. So it's kind of hard to, you know, sort out the facts with him. And at that point, it's, you know, so much mixed that it's almost fiction again. On the other hand, if you're looking at what Stephen Ambrose wrote with the Pacific and also Band of Brothers, that's something I really like to read.
Have you served in the army, by the way?
No, I didn't. I was supposed to be an officer at a Marine base.
All right.
And but I was waiting for surgery actually at the time when I was gonna be called in. And I thought it would be cool. I mean, serving, I'd be having, you know, a dog, of course, and I like animals, so why not? And then when I had the surgery and they called me up again, yeah, you know, those slots are already full. Now you're gonna be boiling coffee for, you know, career officers. And I said, oh no, I had complications with my operation. No, I'm gonna go in for surgery again. Fuck off. No worry then.
That sounds hardcore, boiling coffees.
Yeah. I mean, it was officer's service, but in general it means you're serving the career officers. So if I can't do any good, I might as well not do it at all. I figure then I'll do heavy metal instead.
Do you collect any military rarities, you know, like medals or weapons?
We have a lot actually, but I haven't bought anything myself. We've got everything from, you know, bullets that were fired, you know, in the landing in Normandy Beach, an operation on D-Day.
Wow.
And we have heavy water from the heavy water factory that the Norwegians sabotaged in the song we sing about in Saboteurs. So we have all of these crazy cool things. I mean, we have a sword from the Archbishop of Gdansk engraved with our names and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but I never bought anything ourselves, but we have a kind of a cool but different collection in our studio now.
If you have a chance to witness a battle in a safe circumstances, of course, which battles would you like to witness?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Kursk, one of the biggest. I mean, it's between the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. It's located in what would be Ukraine today. So, and it's one of the biggest tank engagements in military history. So that would be one of them for sure.
And who are your favorite kings and warlords?
Well, my favorite warlord would probably be Sun Tzu, because he wrote the words that supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy without fighting. So that's probably the smartest ones, the ones who never go to war because they don't have to. Other than that, kings that actually went to war, I mean, highly interesting character, Alexander the Great. Also hard to figure out what's fact and what's fiction because it was so long ago, but I think you can, in most empires or these stories, you can find something interesting in them. I mean, even going as recent as the Napoleonic era, there's a lot of interesting stuff there as well.
Alright, let's get to the music. Sabaton and Grand Magus have gained plenty of success in the last few years. Are you friends with them?
We met a couple of times, yes. I wouldn't say we're friends and drink together every day, but for sure we will say hi and have a beer together if we meet at the same festival. They're good guys and I like their music.
Around the 90s, some of the classic metal bands like Judas Priest and Halloween released a few albums with fresh and modern sound. What did you think about those albums, like Jugulator, when they came out?
I didn't like Jugulator that much, but on the other hand, Painkiller came out in the 90s and was heavier, and I really loved that one. So I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's Ripper's fault, because Ripper was a good singer. I really like him, you know. Maybe I didn't like the songwriting as much, maybe on Jugulator, but it's a good album. And Halloween, 90s.
Like Dark Ride and...
Those were good, yeah. I thought we were going into Pink Bubbles and stuff, and Chameleon, that's also 90s. But I really enjoyed what Halloween did. Basically, Master of the Rings is good, and then they do Time of the Oath is brilliant, and then Better Than Raw, good, and then The Dark Ride, even better. So those albums they had there was... I mean, even though Halloween weren't massive at the time, I think there's some of the best material is from those albums.
I agree. And Sweden has a really colorful metal scene. What do you think about the extreme metal bands from your country, like At the Gate, Marduk, or Dark Funeral?
I don't listen to any of those bands at all, actually, myself. I'm friends with a couple of the guys from Dark Funeral. Not through music, but rather through drinking and doing stupid shit. But I think I met most of these guys, and they're all nice people. I mean, usually the harder the music is, the nicer the guys are.
As far as I know, you are half Czech. Am I right about it?
Yes.
Do you speak the language?
Very, very little. I know enough to order beer and say thank you, you know. So. But I mean, I grew up, you know, hearing it all the time. My mom would speak on the phone, you know, to family back home. So every time I come to the Czech Republic, I realize I know no Czech at all. But if I've been in the Czech Republic for, let's say, 2 or 3 days, and I hear people talking, all of a sudden it starts coming back. So even though I can't speak much, I hear, okay, they're talking about this subject, and I can hear if they're positive or negative about it.
Do you like Prague?
I love that city. One of my favorites.
Is there any historical place where you like to go back, like a pilgrim?
Oh, back in history, you mean?
Or in general nowadays?
I mean, to be honest, I just haven't been there. I don't know why, but I would love to go, you know, basically see Egypt and the old Valley of the Kings, go on a boat on the Nile and stuff like that. I don't really have the time, though.
Is there any other place where you haven't been but you want to go?
Japan.
Japan.
I don't know why. Damn you, Japan. No, but I always wanted to go, and because of the culture, and you know, I'd like to play there as well. So if it ever happens, I'll make sure, if it's at all possible, to stay a couple of days.
And which are the most essential things that you bring with yourself on tour?
Most essentials would be, of course, my computer that I write music on. I don't write complete the songs on tour, but I collect ideas, you know, and everything like that. So that would be the most important thing, actually. Then my phone, because I got a lot of audiobooks and music I listen to on it. And actually, snus, Swedish tobacco you put on your lip. If I got those 3, I'm good, you know. I might need the passport as well, but I mean, it's not necessary for me. It's the customs who want that.
It's useful.
Yep.
Who was the craziest fan you ever met?
That's the one, yeah.
Or some of the craziest fans?
There's been, to be honest, we've had a lot of, crazy, but nothing, extreme from hell that I can think of now. I mean, it could be anything from a guy lifting up his girlfriend on the signing table on a signing session and, putting her skirt up, sign her ass, which is, more fun than totally crazy. And there is people who have been very loud or, very hyped when you met them. But we haven't had any, really out there situations with people breaking into our dressing rooms and stuff like that.
So last questions. Please name a few bands that you would like to hear on a Sabaton tribute album.
Udo Dirkschneider, for sure. Other than that, something with Mats Levén as a singer, actually. That would be fun to hear. And well, of course, something where Richie Blackmore plays guitar. That's it.
Please list your 5 favorite albums.
5 favorites. Oh, that's a tough one. Actually, Udo, Faceless World. Black Sabbath, Headless Cross. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. Rainbow, Rising. And Judas Priest, Painkiller, I think.
Do you have any funny tour story for us?
I have a lot of funny tour stories, but as soon as they get funny, it becomes into this situation where I can't talk about them anymore. That's the trouble with it. Well, I've done a lot of stupid things happen on tour, so I'll take something quite recent. Yesterday we played in Glasgow, and on one song I played the guitar, Resist and Bite, and the guitar tech is supposed to come up and give me a guitar. What I didn't know, and this is not really that totally crazy at all, but when we were in Manchester the day before, the other guys had went into a guitar shop and they found a guitar in the shape of a machine gun. And of course they put a very gay guitar strap on it, So instead of getting my regular guitar that I'm used to, I get a guitar shaped like a machine gun with a gay fucking guitar strap, and it's all the way too long down to play. But that's kind of the fun things that I enjoy happening on tour. Something different.
Do you have any message to your fans?
Nothing else, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.